Hey, what's going on guys? Tanmay here for Simple Snippets and welcome back to another video tutorial on competitive programming for absolute beginners. In this playlist, we are going to cover 50 plus most famous competitive programming problems for absolute beginners, and we will break down one problem per video. We'll talk about the problem statement, the input, output. We'll check out the algorithm as well as write C++ programming code for that problem. So both theory as well as practical is going to be covered. Now, in case if you're new on this channel, do check out this whole channel. We have 600 plus tutorials on computer science and IT subjects such as C++, Java, network security, data structures, digital electronics, etc. You name it, we have it on our channel. So consider subscribing and turn on the notifications so that you get notified whenever I upload the next video, because currently we are covering competitive programming playlist. Now with that way too long introduction, let's focus on our problem, which is also a way too long word problem. Alright, so what is this way too long words problem? So that is actually the name of this problem statement. You can find it on Codeforces. This is that number 71A. I'll drop the link in the video description. Let's quickly go through the problem statement first, understand the input, output, constraints and examples, and then we'll take a look at the algorithm as well. And later on, by the end of this video, we will also write a C++ program to convert this theoretical understanding and algorithm into working code. So make sure you watch this video till the end. Alright, so quickly let's go through the problem statement, because this is where many of the beginners struggle to understand the question itself, right? Alright, so sometimes words are considered strictly too long, more than 10 characters in our specific use case. So whenever that happens, what we have to do is we need to abbreviate these words. So what is abbreviation? Basically, you have to shorten these words, okay? And there is a formula which is given in this particular problem. So the abbreviation is formulated like the first letter, the count of the middle letters, and the last letter. Now this is very important to keep in mind, because this is going to be the basis of the output that we get, okay? So words with 10 or fewer characters do not change. So this is also one more criteria. So this is a fairly simple problem statement to understand. What it is saying is you have to take a word from the user as input. If the word is having more than 10 letters, you have to shorten it. And the way you shorten it is you have to take the first letter, the count of the middle letters and the last letter, and give it as output. Okay. Now this is just the problem in terms of theory. So how does it look like? Let's actually directly jump to the example, then we'll talk about the input. So when you take the word, it has 4 characters, 4 letters. So it's not greater than 10. So there is no change. So the output is also going to be word. Now let's take a look at this word localization, right? It has a character length of 12. Right? So the length is 12 characters, which is greater than 10. So it starts with L, ends with N. So according to our abbreviation formula, we take the first letter, we take the L, we take the count of the middle letters. So count of the middle letters would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we take the last letter, right? So L, 10 and N is going to be our output. Correct? Let's take another example as input. We have internationalization. It's a big ass word. The length is 20. So what do? You take the first character I, you take the last character N. So I and N as output. And in between we have 18 characters. So you take the count of that and you just print it as it is. That is the output expected. So you input a word. You check if the word is greater than 10. That is, it has characters greater than 10. If it has characters greater than 10, then you shorten it using this abbreviation formula. If it has 10 or less than 10 characters, then you print the word as it is. That is the simple understanding of this way too long words problem. We don't have to complicate it too much. Okay, so input is where the first line contains an integer which represents the number of test cases. So we want multiple words to be checked in our program. So when you write the program, we are not just looking out for one word. If you say the input as 3, we will take 3 words as input. So you can see when you input 3, we're taking word number 1, word number 2 and word number 3. So basically we are just going to use a loop to take multiple inputs from the user, and that multiple number would depend upon the input number that you give initially. Okay, makes sense? Alright, so the following n lines each contain one word consisting of lowercase letters. That is what we take from input from the user, and the constraint of that integer, that is the number of words that you want, is going to be between 1 to 100. and the word length from 1 to 100 characters. So this is just the constraints. We don't have to actually write code for the constraints for now. All we need to understand is the output has to be, we have to print the n lines. That is, the ith line should contain the result of replacing the ith word for the input data. Okay. So basically whatever word you take as an input, you have to print it as an output, and depending upon whether it has more than 10 characters or 10 or less than 10 characters, you have to apply this particular abbreviation formula or not. Okay. So essentially what we want is exactly this output. Okay. So you take input, basically user will enter 3 first. So you're going to process 3 words. Then you'll take the first input from the user. Let's say he enters word, you'll put the output as word because it is less than 10 characters, right? Then we will take the second word. If it is greater than 10 characters, we'll put the abbreviated formula. Then we'll take the third word. If it is greater than 10, again, you put the abbreviated formula as output. Plain and simple. Now let's take a look at the algorithmic version of this theoretical problem. Okay. So this is all words, right? This is a problem statement given in terms of English words. How do you visualize this in the form of an algorithm? Let's take a look at the algorithm now. All right. So first thing first, you take the number of test cases as n, right? You take this value n from the user. Let's say the user enters 3. In next step, you'll have to loop from 1 to n. So 1, 2, and 3. 3 times because we want 3 words or 3 inputs from the user, right? So you take the input, you can declare this as a variable word, and you take this from the user. So the user will enter some string over here. The next thing that you have to do is you have to calculate the length of this word, whatever user has entered. Let's say the user entered my name, Tanmay. So this length will calculate how many characters we have in this word. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this len variable will have the number 6. So it is going to be an integer variable, right? Right now I have not denoted data types or proper syntax because this is an algorithm. It has to be a little bit generic, and it is part English, part code kind of typography or nomenclature. That's how algorithms are. They are not actual code, but they just are steps that look like code which can be easily translated into actual code, right? So right now this len is going to be an integer variable that would hold the value 6 when the user enters Tanmay as the very first word. Now after that, obviously we will have to check if this value of len is greater than 10, then we will have to apply our abbreviation formula, which is denoted by first letter. So I'll say word of 0. Word is our variable. Okay, so this is the name of the variable. So word of 0 means the very first position and the character at that very first position. So in programming, in strings and characters, remember that whenever you have a array kind of a data type, the index position always starts from 0, not 1. Now this is something which is fundamental in programming. So if you have studied any general purpose programming language, you must be knowing this. This is a must to know. So word of 0 means the very first character plus len minus 2. So what is length? Length is 6. Now when you eliminate the first and the last character, you are remained with the middle characters, and the length of the middle characters will always be 2 less than the actual length of the entire string, right? Entire string is gonna be of 6 characters, but the middle characters will have 2 less characters, right? So that is why we have said len minus 2. Plus, when you want to print the very last character, that is y. So this will be at an index position of 5, not 6, because we are starting from index position 0. So let me just write it down over here. Tanmay. So index position will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the length is the actual number of characters, which is going to be 6. But when you want to access the very last character, it has to be 6 minus 1. Hence we are saying length minus 1. So length minus 1 will give you 5, and at 5 index position you have the last character. That is what we will print it. But this is only if the length is greater than 10. Currently the length is 6. 6 is not greater than 10. So in that case you will print the else part where you simply print out the word as it is. So remember, when you take the input as word, it only has 4 characters. So the output is exactly that word itself because it has 4 characters, which is not greater than 10. So Tanmay is not greater than 10 characters. It is 6 character long. So you'll print as it is. However, let's say if you enter localization, so in that case, what will happen? Let's just quickly see what will happen. So localization has the length of 12, right? So len is going to be 12 and the index position will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11, which is 1 minus the length, right? So how do you print this out, or how do you do the abbreviation? Over here you will check if length is greater than 10. Yes, length is 12, which is greater than 10. So you'll print the word of 0. Word of 0 means the very first character as output. So L will be printed first, plus len minus 2. Length is 12. 12 minus 2 would be 10, and plus word of len minus 1. So word of len minus 1 is length is 12. 12 minus 1 is going to give you 11. What is there at 11th position? It is the last character. So N will be printed. So L, 10, 11 will be the output. So the center number that is being printed will always be 2 less than the actual length of the word, because we are already printing the first and the last character as it is. We only want the length of the characters in between, right? So that's why we have to say len minus 2. So I hope this algorithm is clear to you guys. Now let's quickly jump to the C++ coding IDE, where we convert this algorithm steps into working C++ code. By the way, if you are well versed with any other general purpose programming language, you're good to go. The only change will be a little bit of syntax change, but the logic is going to be the same. Alright, so let's jump to the C++ coding IDE. Alright, so as you can see on the screen, we have our C++ boilerplate already written on the left hand side. I have already typed in some code, and we'll see the output on the right hand side. So if I were to just say cout the way too long words problem, which is the title of our problem, if I run this, there you go, you've got our output. Alright, so what we will do is, after this we will print enter the number of words to take as input, right? This is where we will take input from the user to determine how many words are to be processed. So we'll declare int n, we will take the number of test cases, that is number of words that we want to process. Okay, now after this, in step number 2, we have to run a loop. So we can use for loop or even while loop for that matter. We'll use for loop. We'll say for int I equals to 1, I less than equal to n, or we could start from 0 and we could say I less than n, and we could say I plus plus. So if user enters 3, we will start from 0, we will go to 1 and we will go to 2. When I becomes 3, 3 is not going to be less than n because n is 3. So 3 is not less than 3, it is equal to 3. So that's where the loop will break, right? So inside our for loop is where we have to now actually do the processing, right? So over here we will first declare a variable. We'll say string word. Now remember, I'm using the header type of strings so that I can operate or perform operations with string data type in C++, but this is something that is going to be a little bit different depending upon what programming language you use. Okay, so I've declared a variable word of string data type, and now we will take input from user and we will take this word, whatever the word the user types. You know what, I'll just say string w for simplicity purpose, and this is where the user will type in the word, and that word will be stored. Word typed by user will be stored in this w variable, okay, which is a string data type. Then we also need to calculate the length of this word. So we will declare an integer variable length and we will say w dot length. Now this is an inbuilt function which calculates the length of whatever word is being entered by the user and stored in this variable w, and that integer value will now be stored in this len variable, which is actually the length. Let's actually give it a full name of length itself, okay, for simplicity purpose. And after you get the length, this is where we will now use the if else condition. We will say if this length is greater than 10, in that case we will say cout, we will say w of 0, we will append or attach len minus 2, which is basically the length of the middle characters, because the first character and the last character of whatever word the user enters will be printed as it is. So the center one, according to our abbreviation formula, is basically the length. That is the number we want to print, which is always going to be 2 less than the actual length. And along with that, we will also say w of len minus 1, because the last character is going to be at a position which is going to be 1 less than the actual length, because we start the index positions of characters in a string from 0, not 1, right? And in the else part, when the length is 10 or less than 10, we simply print out the word as it is, right? Let's add a little bit of text as well, so that user understands this is the output. Over here also we will need to take the input, or we'll have to tell the user to give us the input, and then we will take the input as from the user and store it in this w variable. Now let's see if things work. We might get some error because we just typed it out, and chances are we might do some syntax error. Let's run this, and we have done some syntax error somewhere. Okay, this is where that error is, I suppose. Okay, I missed the end L. I missed the L in the end L. Hopefully things will work. Okay, this is not len. In fact, it is length, the full word. So this is why I'm making syntax errors. Anyways, these are silly mistakes. Hopefully our logic is gonna be right. Let's run this. Okay, again, this is not len minus 1. This is length, length minus 1. Let's run this. Hopefully things are fine. Okay, we've got our output. Let's enter the number of words to take as input. Just as our example that we saw on our digital blackboard, we'll take 3 words for beginners. Hit enter. Okay, the first word we will say word itself. It is less than 10 characters, right? Hit enter. Alright, we got the output as it is because it is less than 10 characters. Now, let's enter a bigger word, localization. Hit enter. There you go, you got L10N. We got the first character L, we got the last character N, and in between from O to O, these are 10 characters long, so we got the number. Let's enter one more word which was even longer, right? What was that word? It was internationalization, which is, I don't know if it's even a word, but it's a long ass word. Let's see. There you go, we got I18N, which is exactly what we wanted, and this concludes the execution. So code execution successful because we only wanted to process 3 words, so the program exited successfully. So we got the output I18N, so I as the first character, N as the last, and 18 is the length of all the characters in between. This means our program is working perfectly fine, and this concludes our the way too long words problem, where we understood how to manipulate strings and play around with them depending upon the conditions. Alright, so I'm gonna conclude this video over here. I hope you understood the way too long words problem. This is a problem completely based on string manipulations and playing with characters and applying different formulas. Now in this particular example, we have been given the abbreviation formula as the first character, the last character, and the length in between. It could be anything, but you need to be able to manipulate the entire string according to the condition, according to the case, according to what is given in the problem. So it is not necessary that it will always be exactly the same as we did over here. It could be something else. So I hope you understood this problem, the problem statement, the input, output, constraints, as well as the algorithm and the C++ code. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how this video was. If you have any suggestions to a particular problem that you want to see in this playlist, put them in the comments. It's very important that you give me your feedback so that I can work on adding those problems into our playlist. Do subscribe and turn on the notifications. And if you want to support this channel even further, we have memberships where you can join in and get a little bit of more perks like study materials, member only posts and polls on a regular basis. Alright, thanks for watching. This is Tanmay Sakpal signing off. See you guys in the next one. Peace.